Grimdark. Half off! 4 Fallout 4 monster mods, because wordplay. A brief note before we begin, the red radiation hounds you may see on screen, or may not depending on what b-roll footage I choose to use, are from the Vampirism mod by Galero. We covered that in our Weird Fiction Factions for Fallout video. Check it out, you won't regret it. That also uses wordplay. Today we'll be doing something a bit different. The footage you're seeing on screen right now was collected from 4 different mods. In our little Fallout Safari, I'll let you figure out which ones come from which. I'll also be using screenshots to augment the experience, or at least I was, because I collected a lot more b-roll than I originally intended, so probably no screenshots. Of what I encountered was a little repetitive, because I don't know why I thought it was a little repetitive. It was not a little repetitive. I thought it was repetitive when I wrote this. It was not repetitive. Let's start with some simple flavor. Commonwealth Critters adds, as you may have guessed, critters to the Commonwealth. These are lore-friendly irradiated feral dogs, cats, and as you see on screen before you, the rats, rabbits, and chickens also found in the mod. Moving on to alter the base creatures, we have the Fallout 4 equal to automatic variants with unique NPCs, creatures, and monsters. This creates automatic retextures and resizes of your vanilla Fallout 4 creatures, making each encounter unique. Now getting to the first of our big 2 for this video, a creature mod so big it has big in the title, Mutant Menagerie Big Game Hunting. The Hermit Crab boss fight you see in front of you comes from this mod, as well as the Ghoul Dolphin Shark of Death and the Giant Toad. All over the wasteland there are now giant monsters beyond anything else you've ever seen, alongside simple, in some cases adorable creatures like the river rats, stunted boars, and iguanas. So you finally have a lore-friendly way of justifying where all those tasty tales come from. This last one is for all the lovers of Wild Wasteland out there, and I heard it's a classic within the Fallout 4 community. These are lore-friendly, but push to the boundaries of just how silly Fallout's universe can be, which is exactly what I like in my Fallout, because I always think my biggest critique of the games is that they never live up to the weird fiction universes they're based in. No offense to the history nerds out there, it's just that you're very boring and you've turned me off from this universe for far too long. There's a reason it took me this long to get into it. At the same time, given their natural levels of intellect, I can't deny the possibility of intelligent squids and dolphins being exposed to zeta radiation, making them even more intelligent to the point of sentience, trying to take back the wasteland for their respective supremacist sea-dwelling kin. M's Abominations adds all these along with many lore-friendly but comic book silly enemies to the game. Escaped synthetic gorillas from the Institute, scout UFOs, and bestial variations of super mutants in the form of the bipedal hounds and quadrupedal atrophy. It gives this same treatment to Mirelurks and other enemies in the game by just altering their variation on a new model, new skin. I enjoy it very much. Definitely in line with the kind of twisted mutations and deformities you would see with creatures born into the irradiated wasteland that used to be America. By far the greatest experience I've had with this mod so far is watching dolphins with laser pistols fight a giant hermit crab using a trailer as its shell. Never before have I realized I needed such things. All mods linked below.